Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Occasionally you see a performance from a young fighter and you think a star is born, and such was the case with the new WBA light flyweight champion, Kyosuke Takami, who defeated Eric Rosa, who was the champion. He stopped him in the 10th round. Brilliant performance by Takami. 23 years old, looks about 17. A lot of these young Japanese lads look younger than they actually are, but this kid fought like a veteran. It's a marvellous performance. He moved to 10 wins with 8 KOs, no draws, no defeats. Eric Rosa of the Dominican Republic, he's now 8 wins with only 2 KOs, and he's got that 1 defeat on his record. It was a battle of undefeated. He's only 25, calls himself Mini Pac-Man, and I'll tell you what, at only 5'3", which was shorter than Takami. I mean, you hear the phrase "going out on his shield" or "leaving it all in the ring." These sort of cliches. This guy showed it, because even though he got floored and stopped, is it twice in the final round, which was the 10th round? Oh, he never stopped trying. He's got nothing to be ashamed of. I think he was in tears at the end of the fight, but Takami just showed a bit of everything. I mean, he was so slick, so sharp. Rosa was he's a southpaw, which didn't seem to bother Takami at all. Takami controlled the pace. What Rosa had to do, and this is obviously the benefit of hindsight, was he had to jump all over Takami and not let the Japanese fighter get any kind of rhythm going, any kind of find his range, get his engine running. He had to nip that in the bud and constantly keep Takami wondering about what was going to come back at him. But he didn't do that, because Rosa was moving into position but wasn't punching first. Takami was punching first, and within a couple of rounds, Takami had found the range, and he was, I think about 2 or 3 inches taller probably than Rosa, but he was using that height and reach very, very well. And the variety of punch from Takami was absolutely fantastic. He was walloping to the body like it was, going out of fashion, like he was playing the xylophone on Rosa's ribs. And Rosa, I'll tell you what, Rosa took those punches not just to the head, but to the body, and there were an avalanche of them. He took them well. And nothing wrong with his jaw, nothing wrong with his ability to absorb punishment. But he'd get in a position and he just wasn't firing enough. He wasn't firing first. He wasn't having the last word in the exchanges. Takami, after a few rounds, sort of had him on the end of the jab. Is almost like, you ever seen those things, those things where you got the ball on the head thing and you have to work the ball and stop it from hitting you in the face. It was almost like that. That was the image I had in my head. And Takami, like I say, orthodox fighter, but Rosa's southpaw stance didn't bother him at all. He was going through the gears and just systematically beating up Rosa. Really, really impressive, mature performance from such a young man. And there's going to be more to come. I mean, WBA light flyweight, he looks like he's tall enough. He'll probably end up at flyweight, certainly, maybe super flyweight. But there's no hurry. If he can still make, the 108 limit, stick around there, no problem. Collect some other belts. But Japanese boxing, I mean, it's got this conveyor belt of these fighters at the moment. And this young kid, I mean, both these guys, of course, were inexperienced in the sense that this was only Takami's 10th fight, and it was only Rosa's 9th. And Rosa, from the Dominican Republic, come all the way to Japan to defend his belt. Looked very confident from the word go, had come to win. It wasn't just there for the paycheck, but it was this, constant, consistent, death by 1,000 punches of the most widespread variety you can imagine. Body, head, left, right, head to body. It was a sight to behold. It really was. It was a great performance by Takami. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of this kid. Yeah, definitely. And Rosa can have a future. This is a bad defeat because he didn't just get stopped, he got beaten up and stopped. and psychologically that's going to take its toll, or it could do, if he's got people around him. This was his first defence of the title, so he picked it up quick, and he actually, I think he won it in Japan against, I can't remember the name of the Japanese fighter, but I think he definitely stopped a Japanese. Who the fuck was it? I can't remember which Japanese fighter it was. Or was it? Am I thinking of someone else? No, I'm thinking of someone else. He actually won it in the Dominican Republic. Did he win it in Japan? Why am I thinking he won it in Japan? No, it wasn't him. It was another fighter I'm thinking of. But this was definitely his first defence. And like I say, he's only got 2 KOs, so he lacks a bit of pop. That's going to be his shortfall, Rosa. And he was loading up with big individual punches, trying to sling them over the top. On the occasions he did catch Takami, he wasn't really having much effect. Whereas Takami, just the sheer consistency of punches landed was grinding down Rosa. And in the 10th round, Rosa had been shaken and very rarely backed off, but he had been shaken in previous rounds. But in the 10th, Takami really put it on him, and Rosa ended up getting floored, knocked into a corner by a huge left hook that caught him right bang on the corner of the jaw. It pushed him into a corner. He got up, the ref let him carry on, and then he was just getting battered near the ropes, and he went dead, blood coming out of his mouth. He went down, and the referee stepped in and stopped it quite rightly. It's actually a pretty good stoppage, because he gave Rosa every chance to defend his belt, to carry on, but it wasn't happening. So, like I say, a star is probably born in Kyosuke Takami. Keep a lookout for this kid. He's going to be good. Anyway, did you see this fight? It was on DAZN. Today is Wednesday, of course. And, of course, these Japanese cards, as good as they are, they often appear midweek, which means, you have to go to work, and then you can only watch when you get home, and blah, blah, blah. But, another winning Taiken Promotions card. They have so many great cards in Japan, and if you're not paying attention, trust me, you are missing out. I guarantee it. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, because we cover all different types of boxing. Male, female, light flies, all the way up to heavies, you name it. Bit of history, a few historical videos thrown in for good measure. But thank you for your time. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and bye for now.